We resonated with other people that think like us. So in fact, it's pretty powerful.
What if music wasn't just something you listened to, but something that healed you? What if art became a vehicle for empowerment?
Inside us, we really are the same people with the same heart, with the same needs, and with the same sometimes fears and sometimes boundaries. What's been going on? You know what? I can risk, I can run. So we create our future every single moment. We can still change it.
Welcome to another episode of the Starter Girlz Podcast. I am your host, Jennifer Loehding, and wherever you are tuning in today, we are so glad to have you. So excited about my guest today. Here we are, another episode of Starter Girlz, another fabulous day, and I am going to open up with this. What if music wasn't just something you listened to, but something that healed you? What if art became a vehicle for empowerment, resilience, and collective responsibility? My guest today doesn't just create songs. She creates movements, blending music, coaching, humanitarian work, and global collaboration. She's built a career rooted in positive thinking, artistic excellence, and social impact. And so I am so excited to chat with her today. And for anybody that has been following me for any period of time, they know that all of my work is rooted in positivity and enlightenment and empowerment. And that is what this show is about. So I think this is just going to be an incredible episode, and you guys are going to get to hear from her and wait to hear where she's calling in from. So that's going to be fun too. But before I bring her on, you know the drill. We have to do a quick shout out to our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Walt Mills Productions. Need to add excitement to your YouTube videos or some expert hands for editing? Look no further. Walt Mills is the solution you've been searching for. Walt is not only your go-to guy for spicing up content, he's the force behind a thriving film production company with numerous titles in the pipeline. Always on the lookout for raw talent, Walt is eager to collaborate on film and internet productions. With a background deeply rooted in entertainment and promotion, Walt Mills leverages years of skills to give you the spotlight you deserve. Want to learn more about Walt and his work? Head on over to waltmillsproductions.net and let your content shine. And with that, I do want to make a mention to head on over to startergirlz.com. I tell you this every single week. And why do I say that? For 3 reasons. 1, because if you have missed an episode, it is a great place to catch up. It's also a great place to sign up for our community newsletter, and you can stay in the know of all these fabulous episodes that go out. And then also, if you are an aspiring creator, an entrepreneur, or maybe you're in the thick of it right now and you want to know what your number one success block is that may be hindering your success, well, guess what? I've got you covered. You can go over there and take my 2-minute quiz, and it will tell you exactly what block may be affecting your success right now. So as I always say, head on over to startergirlz.com and do your thing. All right, we are ready to bring our guest on today. So today I'm joined by NUMA, singer, songwriter, producer, artistic director, TV personality, and internationally recognized self-empowerment artist. I love this. With 17 singles and 22 music videos released in Italian, Spanish, and English, NUMA's work reaches audience across cultures. She's collaborated with legendary artists, one of which you guys here in the States will know, Dire Straits. And then, of course, while she's been an executive producer on major Italian music projects, beyond music, NUMA is certified life coach and teacher of the Louise Hayes Heal Your Life method, integrating energy healing and positive thinking into her creative process. She's also a global ambassador for peace and education initiatives connected to the United Nations and UNICEF-sponsored humanitarian projects. Her artistry centers around empowerment, resilience, and the belief that music can truly change lives. And so, NUMA, welcome to the show. I am so excited to chat with you today.
And I thank you so much because your invitation and also the way you describe me, touched my heart. It's very important, you see, because people understand even quicker what we're talking about today. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. That is right. Right. And you know what? You're in good company because like I said in the beginning of this whole, everything we do in this show is all about showing the listeners that there are amazing people doing amazing things in the world, and anybody can decide, and you'll hear me say it at the end of the show, anybody can decide to live the extraordinary. It's really just a decision. It's a choice every single day.
Right. The fact that the extraordinary, it's ordinary, and people need to understand that. We all need to understand that, because we think that, once again, we need to be extraordinary to do something that maybe we like, or succeed in our life, or realize some of our dreams. No, it's absolutely something ordinary, which means it's something that we can find in ourselves step by step, realize without miracles. The miracles are just to listen to us once forever and allow us once forever, give us the permission to be ourselves 100%.
Absolutely. Well, I can already tell from talking to you for a few minutes, you're fun. You've got the fun hair, and it is so neat because, like, I looked at your profile like the other day when I got it, because I always kind of go through and try to see who am I talking to, get a little bit of feel for who they are, personality. And I'm like, oh my gosh. As soon as I pulled up your stuff, I'm like, okay, I like the hair, like the clothing, like the energy, like the fun. We're already like, it's happening. So I think this has been so much fun.
I mean, people need to know that I'm Italian, so they have to be very, very kind towards me, in case my English sometimes, will be like, a bit slangy.
Yeah. It's okay. I've had people from, in fact, with the episode that I'm releasing today, the guy was from Belgium and he speaks French. And so I do have a lot of people that come on here from different places, which is really good because, again, I think
exactly, we take down the boundaries. I mean, the good things of what we're doing, what you're doing, is start to cut off the distances that are actually really delusional. If we understand, and thanks God, technology can be a bit crazy, but sometimes, everything has a good and bad, no? And the very good things of the technology that finally to cut away all the disillusion or the distances and the differences, which means that people can communicate even at the side of the globe. And the language can be, we try to do our best, we try to understand each other. That's the beautiful efforts not to be brothers and sisters on this planet. And this make people together and don't feel them alone. So this is very, very important.
I agree with you. And one of the things I've talked about with so many people, this is a thing that I think is so neat, because I actually, like, right now I have a gal that I've been working with for years. It's originally from Russia. She's in Spain, and we always have to coordinate our times. It's so funny. Whenever the daylight savings time things happen,
9 hours between me and you now. You see, 9 hours.
Yes, exactly. And so, but one of the things I always talk about is, like you just said, breaking down those barriers, because we think so often that people in different parts of the world are different. And I'm like, no, they have the same basic universal needs. Everybody that I talk to, it's the same. We want to take care of our families. We want to be loved. We want to be respected. We want to have friendship. We want to
be visible.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And that's what's so great about being able to do, like, I love about even doing, this podcast. And I'm sure the work you do is that we do get to connect with people all over the place and have these conversations, have this dialogue.
Which is so important, because if someone is happy to join us and then just to pay the attention to listen to us, and maybe, think sometimes, I'm quite interested, or I feel like the same, or no, I'm different, and I would like to put my own opinion on that. Which is very important, because this is the sharing, this is the means to expand our consciousness of what we are and what we're thinking about several things. What we can have the differences, of course, can be culturally, because it's normal. We probably eat different things, or we have different habits, because the weather, the country, that's okay. But inside us, we really are the same people with the same heart, with the same needs, and with the same sometimes fears, or sometimes boundaries, which we are here. It's a good moment to start to melt. The kind of noise inside us that tell us that we will never be heard, that we will never be understood 100%. Okay, I am different. What I'm feeling is not what you're feeling. So nobody can help me, because nobody can reach me. No, it's not true. We are here to reach all each other and help us, even in a good mood, with a smile, but to help in some way ourselves in this way.
Yeah. So
I
fun.
feel like
All
that.
right. Well, we're going to talk about you and we're going to start this thing off. We've already been in a good conversation. That's what I love about these episodes is we never really quite know where they're going to go. And that's the beauty of it, is that we can just kind of let it flow and be organic.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah.
And I will
So
cough time to time.
okay, you're totally fine. You do what you need to do.
You know,
are
I
fine.
got that in Caribbean. Strange enough, because in Caribbean, in Miami, we got like 0 degrees suddenly, and I was there.
Yep.
And honestly, it was absolutely unexpected weather. I mean, and so I got this annoying little coldish that is going away, but made me still cough a little bit. So
Yeah, I get it. And it's never fun. It's last week. So last week I went into the studio to do a podcast. Today I'm at my home studio, but I went in last week and we were talking about how I always keep my cup next to me when I do my stuff. And I said, it never fails. You go in that moment, that moment you have to talk or you need to be quiet. You get the tickle in your throat and then you got to cough, right? No kidding. In the middle of the episode, wouldn't you know it? We talked about it. It happened. And then where's my cup?
Yeah.
So I always have I keep
with
something
me,
right there.
with me with the owl. Notice.
I see it. Yeah.
This is the scene of one of my video clips.
Yeah.
It's a real owl.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. I like it. It's colorful too. I like it. Very good. Okay, we're gonna start this thing up because I want to talk about you. Okay, so your work spans art. You've got coaching, humanitarian efforts, all these things we talked about in the very, very beginning. There you are. And so what I would love to know is, when did you determine that you felt like your art really needed to carry a deeper meaning? Because you're not just doing like putting stuff out there. Your stuff is deliberate. So when did you decide like this needed to have a meaning and really be deep?
It's such an important question because, I think always. I mean, that is the questions that I received during the interviews that made me get aware about that, aware of my answers, which is, yes, when I started, I say, I bought like that. I mean, I remember that when I was a little girl, I was 5 years old, 6 years old, already I was asking me the meaning of the life and on my same existence in this planet. And I remember my mother just telling me, okay, what do you feel about it? Which are your real thoughts? And I was 5, 6 years old. My mother already tell me, why do you feel like that? And so express yourself. Try to feel what is going on in your heart and your mind. And also, when I started immediately, I remember I was a little girl to singing and writing and communicating and entertaining people, kids or people, even a lot of adults, by the way, strange enough, because I was very attracted by also the adult energy, because I thought that they had a lot of problems. So I thought there was a lot of going on there to give, And my intention was not exhibition, you know what I mean? Because kids love to be exhibitional, which nothing bad in this. I mean, actually, it's very good that we exhibit, so we give, we share, we show something that to transmit. But I remember that my intention was to just make people happy, be kids happy. I understand that people smiling, kids smiling, have fun, dancing, understanding, and because I never been random. I never been, I say what I want to say, I do what I want to do. See, of course, freedom and honesty, yes, but not just, not just that anything silly things that pass from my mind. I mean, it would make sense, it would make a meaning. I started immediately, spontaneously, to try to use the life to cure the life. You know what I mean? The experience, to cure the experience. So dancing and acting and telling story and start to talk about the daily life, but always spontaneously in the best way that I could resolve things or propose scenarios that was a nice and pleasurable and, they give you a long sight, not short sight, and listen, maybe kids having problem with the mother or whatever, the daily problem that everybody we have, and spontaneously without any program to go there and say, hey, you mean put a smile on your face. Try to don't take it personally. Go to your mom, go to your brother, make a peace. Bring a cake home. I don't know, things that you can be. I mean, that's all good, because it depends how many years I was, of course. But growing. Of course, the process was deeper and deeper and deeper. And then I had a very difficult youth, I have to say, very difficult youth, because my father was a man with a lot of kind of problems. I mean, he was narcissist, he was overpowering, was overreach, over bad towards me for a very long time, and that's created me so much pain and struggle. I feel a sense of rejection and no worthiness, and a lot of problem that a kid can of course bring create inside herself when he has this kind of figure so difficult. But it's been amazing how always I've been like. I mean, I said, what I do with this stuff. I mean, I can destroy myself, or I can keep growing, keeping transforming, keeping using for the better for myself and for the others. So I born like that. You know what I mean? And then, because I born an artist too, which means the need of sing, the need of dance, the need of act, the need of write, it's been automatical that everything is being conveyed on this way. No, on what it then became my job. I mean, my passion became also my job, and so was written on my lyrics, was written on my songs, was also. You know, even the way that you move, the way that you sing, the way that you interpret it, energetical, you can be like this, no? Or you can be like this. I mean, you can communicate this light in many, many, many ways. Right. And that has become part of my way to connect and express myself since the day one.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. And it sounds to me like listening to all of this it was really a way for you to make sense of the world. It was, like how to make sense of everything going on through the art. And I love it, because I think that listening to you, because I think one of the things that I have always, I feel like it's a good and a bad. And let me say this, I have a need to understand things, understand why people do things, why they operate, why they make the decisions that they do. And so in some ways it's a gift, because it gives me the ability to actually put myself in the shoes of other people, where I can actually have dialogue with people, and I can sort of understand them. But on the other side of that, I wear it too. Like, it can be painful too, because I feel the emotion of it too. Right. Exactly. And sometimes you can't always, even you and I can make sense of what's going on, but it's so frustrating when somebody else can't make sense of it. And you see it, like you can see it up here, from the overhead, right? Like, you're like, but if you just looked at this differently, you know what I mean? Or just,
it's all the part of the process. I mean, that's why we evolve.
Yes.
Okay. It's all part of our evolution. And that's the energy and the efforts that we need to do. We have to put in. I mean, because first of all, we pass through empathy. The empathy is the key of everything, because we don't put our shoes first of all in our life, because we need to understand each other first of all. Because we cannot judge people and go there and they're teaching and preaching if you honestly don't put yourself as a first student, as a first patient of your life, as the first people to heal, to listen, to understand, to forgive, to adjust. So the others honestly comes later, which means that I don't go with my finger point ever, because I have so much to do on myself that honestly, my last things that I want to do and go to people to preaching and teaching what honestly I need to learn by myself as a first. Second, there is something else happen. Working on this on this path and this evolution of the awareness, which you want to really heal your inner obstacle, your inner bad noise on your mind, your inner traumas, and always things you think that is been against to you and not for you, and all the things that my father was like this, my job was like this, and my choices were all wrong, or maybe my best friend will betray me, or maybe my partner wasn't the people that I chose. it is as it's supposed. I thought it was. Okay, all this stuff that some very summary, but it's this very summary. We mean some general. Instead, we need if you go inside problem by problem, it's a daily problem of people has it. Okay, I mean we have to understand that any choices comes from our misjudgment, or come from some our pain. So we attract people that unfortunately endorse, which is our inner pain. We think that we call people that have to solve our problem instead of just connect with in the resonance in the problem that we have in that moment. So we have to understand that. So it means that we have a lot of responsibility to income a lot of garbage in our life. Okay, first of all. Second, what happened? The empathy is understanding other people. So the other is like us. So the other people has a maybe different character, different point of view, but has different obstacle, needs and problem and heart. And also what happened now? We keep growing this consciousness to go together. And then we need to learn how to protect ourselves, which means that I hear you and I feel you. And I really do. And I really hear from you. And I really, really do. But the fact, but I cannot engage my entire energy in your energy because first of all, it's not right for me. That won't help you because you need your own energy to make your own decision and your transformation and your improvement, because otherwise you're using mine. When I take you off my energy, you go down again. So that's why the other step, as you said, to don't get too much hurt or too much disappointed is not have expectation, leave people time to change, don't judge, and don't invest completely our life energy in the life energy of someone else, because we need to burst and help and in case inspire people, but we cannot live their own life. So we have to, like a mother to a child, we have to accept that they can fall, mistake, go back on square one. It is not up to us be there and tell, I mean, what you're waiting to grow up. It's not my business. I'm nobody to tell you that. You need to figure out from yourself to yourself. But I can give you my support and my heart if you want to. Even my opinion, you know what I mean, and my help and my example. So people think that in the world is a mess. Oh my God, look at that. There's nothing that we can do. We're powerless. This can be more wrong than ever. God, we are so powerful because we have the power to say see, yes, no, to make our own decision, to be, it is regarding our inner path, to make our own choices, which matter so much, because I'm making a little example. I'm talking just for myself, and nothing to judge with other people, zero. I'm talking for myself. I am vegan. Okay, I am vegan, and that's because I hate animal dies. I hate desirable things that we do to animals. It's me. It's what I think. It's not. I don't judge if someone else thinking different way. I'm talking about myself, which means I have to be coherent. Which means that I have to be my daily choices, my daily efforts. Because life is complicated. I'm in travel. I need to choose the right food. Blah, 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 blah. I need to try the right clothes. Blah. Okay, what I want to say that. This is my power. The rest of the world is not vegan. Or you and the minority. Who cares? Guess what? I choose every day. This is my power. The power of my own decision. And when I will leave this planet, the only things that will worth in my existence is what I chose for myself. Not what I chose for the rest of the world, which I cannot. Because so which means that we do have a power. We have the power on our life, and our life is all we got. So which means that we are super powerful, because in the end of the day, the only things that worth are what we did in our life and what we choose for ourselves, not for the other. And that's eventually we change the world, because we resonated with other people to think like us. So in fact, it's pretty powerful, more than just one person, actually. But
Right.
but we have to start off just from our inner world, where our daily choices. Are you insulting people when you go out from your home because you're living in a anger and a frustration? This is your little war. You know what?
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
your really apocalypse. This is your really is your personal war, and that you cannot go probably in horrible places to try to help people because you don't have the power. But you have the power to try to cure the war that is inside your heart, which resonates with the rest of the energy, the rest of the world, and definitely resonating in your life.
Right.
And that's that gives you the power to make the bigger change that you never ever understand how much is powerful. That's the way I live.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with you. I mean, yeah, and what I keep hearing, like what I would say in that is that because I'm actually, it's funny because I'm also life certified, coach certified, but I'm in another program right now because you're probably like I am. I'm like a student. I continue to learn things all the time. And so I'm doing a program right now, and it's Shirzad Shamin. You might know him. I think he's a Stanford professor, or was a Stanford professor, but he's got a whole program on positive intelligence. And this isn't anything new that I haven't heard. It's a different spin. He's got different tools and techniques and stuff. And so it's interesting because he talks about like when dealing with like difficult people or when you're in situations, but it really, everything, if you take everything we're talking about, it really just comes back to us, what we're doing. How are we responding? How are we showing up? How are we doing these things? And, and I think it's so interesting, because just so you know, I was in Mary Kay for 22 years here. And so I was in leadership. And so I've been around positivity for years. And I mean, I grew up listening, like Zig Ziglar and John Maxwell, all these positive people. And so for me, it's just kind of now sort of part of who I am. But it's interesting to me that when you listen to people and their dialogue and the things that they say, because it really is, when you show up, you decide how you're going to be. And so if you show up from a place of, I'm grateful, like you show up healthy and whole, your outlook is going to be very different when you're dealing with everything and everybody around you. And so you can you can give give to people and stuff. But if you're coming from that place, that bitter, angry, defeated, victim, all of those places that I don't like, it's going to be very hard, like you said, to have empathy. It's going to be hard to connect with other people, get people to do things. You're not going to get what you want out of life coming from that place,
The only place that you can work inside your heart. In fact, I don't say easy. You know what? I understand that in some places of the world, keep telling about the positive things that can really piss about. You know what I mean? Because get on with it. I mean, you don't have idea what's going on in my life. Be positive. Positive what? But that's not. We know. I mean, we're not naive. We're not people that take easy. I mean, that make things easy. I mean, that want to undermine the problems that are in life. As I said, if I tell you the story of my life, which if you have 3 weeks of time, I can tell you. I can tell you that. I always joke that it's like an album with the picture. The sticky picture. My album is complete. Yeah. There's no one space of picture to stick on the album. I completed. I have everything. I have a brother that have a total disability. I had my father with drug addiction and problem of personality. I had sexual abuses in my life. I can make you a list. So don't worry, guys. They're at my school. So I'm not positive because I wake up in the morning, I pin my hair pink, and then, hey, look at this. But be positive. You die, but be positive. We're not stupid, guys. I promise you.
You're making a choice. You're making a conscious choice.
It's an effort. It's an effort because I need to resonate in something that empower me, not empower me. And the only way that I can do that is not be blindly positive just because love and peace and love. No. I'm not blind. I work to shift my energy every single day because I know that give me back a lot because it's worth it. Yeah. I mean, it's not generosity. Right. Words, you know what I mean? Yeah, because I connect with different situations. So for the low the resonances or the attraction, I chew myself in something that give me back energy, empowerment, opportunity, and it actually works. So
Yeah.
you mean is an inner job, and we need to also to make also, we said, the work of consciousness, because if we keep playing all the time the outside, we the power ourselves. We don't have the
Yeah,
power
we're
to do
powerless.
nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No,
what
and
I
I
want
agree with
to
you. Because I always tell people too, I always say, I'm not oblivious to the things around me. I just choose not to fixate on the things around me. I'm not going to sit in a pity party with somebody and keep complaining about something. I'm going to go into action mode and do something because I don't want to feel that pain. I don't want to keep experiencing that.
I don't want to listen to things all the time. It's a pollution. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes I stand up, I go away, which means if you need me because you need to share and also take it out, and then maybe have a nice word, I'm here for you. But this guys, be careful when these people gather together
Right.
just to talk and use each other like a energetical being, because I need to vent my
Right.
frustration or my nervousness. So, and my husband, and my best friend, and the money situation, and the world, and blah, 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 blah. But just and only for this reason. So when you go back home, you're full of bad energy. You don't even know why. You're in bad mood. You know what I mean? Because we are like a radio. So we just been collecting all this low vibration that stays inside our body, and we are in bad mood, and maybe we go back home and we fight with our husband or our wife. We don't even know why.
Why?
So we need to be absolutely careful to don't be the energetic or being for people around, which has nothing to do with that. To be nice with a friend that want to tell you that has a problem, want to open his heart, I want to tell you something, which is fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So careful, guys, and that's worth. And now work, and that we go to our measure with the TV choices where you're looking at TV and what music you listen. You know, no possible idea how music can affect you. You no idea of the power of the music. The music, because it has the power of the hypnosis, of the mantras, and to go beyond the nervous systems and the subconscious systems, which means, guys, tell you what, you are just working on just showering or just to make your washing machine or just driving your car and mind your own business. So you completely focus on something else. You think so. But the neuroscience scientists tell you that in the moment your brain is completely unprotected. So everything get through from your ears, get inside your nervous system, your subconscious, like this, like an arrow down. You will never worry about that. And the words are pain, sorrow, anger, abandon, whatever, heartbroken,
Yes.
You know what? Because you're distracted, because you're thinking about what to buy in the supermarket, because you are driving your car, because you're thinking, oh, this traffic jam is that. And then you have a bam, 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 bam. You're actually training your mind towards that meaning of the kind of songs or energy that the song says. Sometimes I drive car and trust to me, there's some guys closing in the window of the four windows of the car, and you listen.
Right.
Like this, you do like this, like that, and I say, what? And you say, this is because of all terrible stories that my heart is broken piece. Oh my God, that guy, if you go back and the immune systems would go down a day after as a flu, I won't be surprised. Or if you go back home and had an argumentation with the wife or the husband, I wouldn't be surprised. And did you want to do with the song? It's to do with everything, the message, the mantra, the hypnosis, the energy, the vibes, the resonance that goes straight away in your heart, straight away in your mind, without you understanding, just because you hear it from music. That's the power of the music.
Yeah, well, and that's why you're doing different. So no, and I agree with you because I talk about a lot of this. It is. If you can't listen to you can't get up every day and listen to a song that's talking about being depressed and not be depressed. I'm going to be depressed even I'm depressed thinking about it. Like I need upbeat music. Like I need to hear upbeat. That's why when I work out, when I go to the gym and I work out and I run, I want music that's going to be like pumping me up and get me excited and getting me moving,
People say, no, but I want to, I want to feel that emotion. No.
Yeah.
Thank you. Trust me. This kind of, I don't know how you say in English, you have to help me on that. When we find familiarity because we feel less alone.
Yeah.
You suffer for the same problem. And so I want to just stay a little bit in that sorrow because it made me feel, I don't know, familiarity. Somehow sometimes it's strange enough, we feel safe in our pain.
Right.
But
Yeah.
no, thank you. I know there works like this for many, and it's human and is a part of our psychologism. But no, thank you, because this endorse my pain, endorse what I attract in my life, because the law, the resonance, you have to understand that is the powerful law that we have, because it's like a radio. If we vibrate in that signal, that singer come match with us. So guys, we just attract so much horrible things or that kind of feelings, no? And that, you know what? We don't even understand that we see something that is familiar, and even if it's painful, it's home. It sounds like a home.
Right. Well, that's why it's why people will continue. If you understand Tony Robbins, he talks about like why people will continue to smoke if it feels like a safety net. They'll do it even if it's bad for them because it's comfortable. Yeah, and that's why
you're zapping.
Yeah,
zapping because zap music, not because zap.
Right.
Or once again, people sitting on the aperitivo, time. Calling in, I don't know how you say in America if there is aperitif time. You know what I mean? And I sat down. Like I say, you know what did my life? My best friend. No, because my Mario didn't that, and there I said, sorry.
Right.
I don't wanna be in your field, energy field, because it has safety in mind. And people think that it's not going to happen. You know what? Because they think to say, this doesn't affect me. I don't care. I don't even listen. They're wrong. Probably you don't understand how works the subconscious, how works
they don't get it.
Our brain, because you can really, really, really you can really think that your consciousness, consciously,
if you're aware of it, you're being
I don't buy that. I don't like that. I don't want that. But you don't know what's going on.
No, because you're not. We work in autopilot so much that a lot of times that's why. Listen,
exactly.
So I'll tell you something. So I worked with this mentor just on this topic you're talking about right now. I worked with this mentor for 2 years. His mother was a psychologist. He was actually from Scotland. And we were studying, I was actually working with him to build out a monster like immersion type course, right? But at this particular time, we were actually studying the psychology, and he was talking about, I can't remember the name of the magician, but the way this magician worked is I remember parts of this clip, he was trying to do something with a giraffe to get them to remember certain pieces of things in this. Like when he would say, call out an animal, and they would all of a sudden call out the animal that he wanted them to call out. But he would do this through the music, certain songs that would trigger them to think about these certain topics. He would do certain things, but I just remember one of the things, they were in this store and he was playing a certain song. The song wasn't saying anything about this animal, but this particular song made them think about this.
It triggered at the anchor, because we have an anchor.
Yes.
Anchor.
Right. So the point is that yes, we get so in, and I think this is with everything we do, we get so on autopilot that we think we're aware, but we really are not. And so we don't pick up on all the stimuli, whether it be music, the people, the things. That's why I always say that I truly believe we always have a role in everything that happens in our lives. We have it doesn't mean that we deserve to have bad things or any bad things happen to good people, right? But we always
doesn't happen accidentally, sorry.
Exactly. We always have some piece in something that, because we show up, we made a choice to be there, we made a choice to be here, we made a choice to stay out late, we made a choice to eat this food, we made a choice, like you were talking about being a vegan. You make a conscious choice. Those are your choices. You're not making anybody else's. Those are yours. And I love that you said that, because I also think that that becomes an intuition when you trust you make your, like, I'm okay with the choices I make. I'm okay with the choices you make. Like, right. I'm not going to tell you to make my choices, and I'm okay with that, and I feel okay about mine. And that's where I think all this whole conversation, it comes down to that awareness, right? That being conscientious about everything that you're doing, because when you are conscientious, then you also trust your intuition, and that means you trust your choices, right? And so it's kind of like yesterday I was making a decision, a financial decision. And this particular decision, it's not something we couldn't afford to do, but it's something that's a little bit more money. There's obviously risk involved. And I was telling a friend about it because, of course, my friend was finding these different things, reasons why not. And I was like, this is what I said. I'm not going to know if it's a bad decision unless I try it. And the way I see it, what's the worst case scenario that can happen with this? If at the end of the year, it's basically a membership to do, and it has to do with my podcast. But I said, basically at the end of the year, if I decide I don't like it, okay, I just don't do it again. I learned from it. I tried it. It's fine. I put them, okay, fine. I'm going to walk away. Right. But maybe, just maybe, it's a good thing. I'm not going to know unless I try. But the point I'm trying to make this, that the people, the feedback that was coming in is they're hung up on the money part of it. And so they're like, well, did you measure this out and measure? And I'm like, look, I measured it out enough that I'm okay with the decision. If it fails, it fails. I'm okay with it. And that's because if it fails, I'm able to look at that and say, okay, what can I take away from this? I can take away that didn't work. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to make that mistake again or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with that choice that I make.
I agree with you.
Do that. And I think that really comes back to everything you're saying here, is really just
to give some hope, if you allow me to say, to give some hope to people listen to us and maybe wants to make some specific.
Yes.
I mean, a decision, they say, okay, you're talking like that, but you know what I have behind, you don't know what's been going on, you know what I can risk, I can run. There's something that Buddhism, I'm a Buddhism too, by the way. And there's something that Buddhism say to us, teachers said, because as we know, the space and time doesn't exist, and the present and the past doesn't exist. It exists just the present time.
Yeah.
What happened? That yes, we can make a wrong decision. Wrong, that means wrong. Some decision that at the moment,
yes,
we don't
all relative,
can bring something, can maybe in cause and effect, bring some effect that maybe is not a good one. But this is the good thing. Because exists just the present, and the past and the future doesn't exist. So we create our future every single moment. We can still change it. Basically, is the immobility or the no choices or the fear choices that create a lot of problems. But once we take the responsibility of our own choices, for the case that are not the best one that we could take it at the time, you know what? Just and only the fact that you take in your responsibility and that you proceed, and then you put your efforts, and then you evolve, and then you transform, and then you do the path, you do the walk, you can change the outcome, and so you can save again your situation, turn in a positive situation.
Right.
It's the no choices that blocks everything. It's the fear that blocks everything. It's thinking always the worst scenario, the best scenario that can really bring bad outcome in your life. So don't worry if you think it's too much risky and I don't trust life. I cannot afford to make mistakes. You have no idea how much power you still have to change things during the run,
right?
Because you keep adjusting. It's like your radio tune. You keep adjusting. Okay, you look. It was the sound. Then okay, but I can still tune it. And while you come in, you know what I mean? While you're walking, you do your efforts. So you commit yourself in your choices that you think are risky. you're still tuning, and during your walking, finally you get the right station. And so, because and then in the present times, you're going to change once again your outcome. So don't be still. Don't be frozen by your fear, because it's that fear that will bring you 100% in a bad outcome. It's not moving. It's not trying. It's not changing. It's not, improving. It's not fixing. In that way, your outcome will change for sure. So don't be scared. That's why the positive thought phrase says, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Will be. It's okay. Not even will be. It's okay, and it's gonna be okay." But not because we are a bunch of idiots. It's because it's the phrase, it's the mantra, it's the mindset that prove that we can tune, and eventually, yes, it's gonna be okay. But if you don't do nothing, or you live in the fear, just can be horrible. There's gonna be nothing else.
Right.
It's a law of the resonance. The resonance. It's correct to say resonance in English? Resonance, you say?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, you are awesome. And you know what? And I love it. I can tell you're passionate about your work. And I want to ask you a few questions about you as the artist, because I know people are going to want to know this too about you. And I just love this because you are I can tell you love your work. You love what you do. And I can totally tell because it's all coming out and I'm picking it all up. But I do have some fun other questions I want to ask you. So I would love to know, because you've worked with some amazing artists and you're internationally. And so doing that, what has it taught you about? And I feel like we've kind of talked a little bit about this through the work that you're doing, but what's it taught you about excellence and longevity in this industry? Like, what is it given to you?
You have to explain me better this question, because can bring many answers. Excellence and longevity are both.
I would say probably being as an artist. Like, what has it taught you about, the excellence as an artist, and maybe just the longevity sticking with this?
You mean if I feel me
like staying in it because you've been in it for a while, like sticking with it and just staying in this industry.
I hope you understand the question. The deep meaning of the question.
Yeah.
Because you know what? The longevity is something that it's inside us. It's something that we choose.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like you kind of touched on this in the beginning when we were talking about when I asked you about what brought you to it, sort of.
I decide every day my kind of longevity, if you want to think in that way, because apart from also, you know what, living this way rejuvenates you, because it's once again is an energetical. Wise, an energetical tool. Once you keep searching in yourself, your inner child, you want to tell your own truth, you want to make things better, you want to help people, you want to feel better yourself.
Right.
You know what? That's automatically brings inside you the kind of power of the life, of course, the light and the life that give you this kind of longevity. And keeps your mind awake. It keeps you curious. And so I'm a searcher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's keep me alive and keep me young. And you know what? Keep me daring too. And I keep tell to people, if people wants to come to see my video clips and my songs, I will be very, very appreciated. I would just mention 2 or 3 songs that. Because, for me, songs are manifesto. You know what I mean? For me, that's what they are. So they watch Never Give Up, which if you're going to see the video clip on Never Give Up, you have to put Never Give Up and NUMA, because you have to find put together the name, the title, okay? Otherwise, you can have other content.
Else, yeah.
So, and you're gonna see first of all, I'm talking about the Loehding universe. In fact, there is a moment that I pick a phrase of Star Wars, which I'm a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
So that says, I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. And also says that they're speaking about the daily hero that we have inside, and that we make miracles and incredible brave decision every single day to become mom, to become, entrepreneurs, to become partners, or go through the life. And you think it's normal. But instead, we are daily hero. Okay. And it's very up-tempo, happy song, but which put you, in a nice way. And I interpreted in front of this good message towards yourself. And you see me interpretate a Wonder Woman, Princess Leila, I don't know, all this kind of hero.
Yeah.
And which I do during the video clip, something funny, like a Wonder Woman, pick up the couch and pass the Uber, lifting up the couch with one finger. Just to telling you how we do everything now, and we like a Wonder Woman, because while we cleaning home, we start with the kids, then we work, then we bring money home, then we go, I don't know, on the other side of the world. We are Wonder Woman to pick up the couch with one finger. You know what I mean? And so, if you listen to the song, it's a proper empowering, powerful song, for example, and the meaning of the video. That's why I did so many video clips, because I think that the images, together with the words, together with the energy, the sound, it's a really a beautiful, tool that really can impact you in a good way, make you feel very good. You feel yes, you know what. I'm like that. Or, for example, there is another song. Oh, I tell you what, because I love to be eclectic. For example, I also did some pop, happy, apparently very light song, lyrics-wise, okay, which I expose a woman sexy, sensual,
okay,
and I do people. I'll tell it to all of you. I do deliberately. I am 56 years old, okay? And I went through my menopause. I had my age. Nobody, wants to, be, at any cost, pin up if I am still am.
Yeah.
Good for me, but it's not the point.
Right.
It's because women still in this world think to have an expiration date after a certain age. You are old.
Right.
Stop. You have a sexual need. Come on. At your age, you want to look sexy, you want to look beautiful, you want to be sensual, you want to be sparkle. Come on. Are you mother? Oh my God, you grandmother. What are you doing? Sorry, how do you dare? Because it's not, exhibition. It's energy, because more I feel me alive, more I feel me beautiful. Of course, inside or outside, because obviously that things goes together. More I feel me good in my body. I feel me healthy. I feel me flexible. I feel me daring. I feel me sensual. I feel me sparkling. I feel me whatever I am, dancer. And that's to give me the power to be alive, to be strong, to be healthy. And that's why often I give also this image, which is honestly is not a fake. It's exactly how I feel like.
How you feel.
I don't go to the supermarket naked. Come on. When I do my own shows, maybe I can be daring, because I'm home. I'm not. I don't. You mean? Come on. But when I want to make a show, I want to go in that in that mood. I want to underline that we can still be amazing, and we want to be amazing, because the energy help the world and help us. In fact, if you see my video clip, like a Tu me vuelves loca, which is I did not the American version, I did the Spanish version. Tu me vuelves loca, and I shoot, and you drive me crazy, basically. Tu me vuelves loca, NUMA. You find this, and I shoot in Miami. Okay. Yes, of course, I put a woman in bikini, super sexy, super sensual, to underline this beautiful energy, of the femininity,
I gotcha.
But if you see the rest of the happy video, I hug randomly, surprisingly, all the people that I meet during, we were shooting, on the run. Just surprising people without nothing prepared, nothing fake. And there was all flash mode. So I was arguing people and start to dance with all the most different, cultural people, the black, the Chinese, the woman, the man, the runner. And so, because the message is the message, once again, we are all, all brothers on this planet. We all go,
Right.
and the good energy can just make you feel better. So we start to dance, we start to laugh, we start to do crazy things. That's the message. So that, for example, that song is more pop, it's more light, because the song talk about, yeah, you drive me crazy, you're sexy, I want you. Something that, no, it's not. But it actually works. So I do the deeper one. They're more, you know what I mean? And also the one that just is for to you to heal your best goodish
Yes,
energy
I
you're gonna bring
gotcha.
in your heart.
Yes, I gotcha. Because you need all of it. You do. And I get it. I get it totally. I
So
love it.
women, so judged. Come on, because it's so still so, overpowered by the male idea, that who we have to look like, what kind of style that we have to keep, what we have to be. Come on, I don't care. I don't buy that. Nobody can tell me, except myself and my choices, what I am, what I'm worth. I don't want to look like, and of course, I do my best.
Yeah.
I do my best. I'm not obsession. I want to feel me better, and I want to feel me well, and I want to show people that I can be like me. So that's why I invited to people to see my video clip.
Yeah, I did look at some of your work. I'm excited. I'm going to go back through it. I did look at it before we had this conversation. So I told you,
which are super well produced, by the way, because it's something that I really, I'm proud of, and honestly, I'm very proud of that. Even though I'm an independent artist, which means that I don't have major financials, I don't have major push, I don't have politics, I don't have nothing behind it, because
you can do what you choose to do.
I don't give up with the quality. I don't give up with my team. I don't give up with the super well production, because and no AI guys, no AI yet. Now, maybe I can have some help, but what I've done for all my career is just the fruit of my work, interpretation, writing, people together, how to help people together. And I want to continue in this way, because I don't want that hijack me, all my creativity. Maybe you can give me a little help if I want to make a scenario. With a new UFO, I want to land on my landscape. Fine, but you don't have to take it. Take my creativity away.
Right. No, and I love that. I love that you're independent. I have this conversation too. That's kind of why I like the work that I do. And that's part of the reason that I get nervous when other people come in and I'm starting a partnership, because then I start thinking, are we going to get away from what my core mission is and what my vision is and what I'm trying to do? I had somebody working with me for a while on my podcast, and we were kind of going around a little bit about, it was trivial. It was really just about the titles of the episode, because our visions were different. These people were looking for clickbait. I was looking for what my mission is and what my audience wants. And so I'm not interested in putting a clickbait title on that grabs the wrong people. I'm trying to meet the people that are actually tuning into what I have and want to hear my message, because I'm just not a clickbait person. So I totally hear what you're saying, and I get it. And I love that. I think that makes you, I think everything you're saying here, like from the beginning to the end, I didn't even really have to ask you a lot of questions, because you said a lot that was here. I think all of the message is really, that you're passionate about what you do, that you're not
professionalism, allow me to say.
Yeah, you're not an artist that just comes in. It's like, oh, I want to be an artist because I want to be. It's more, you have a message and you're really passionate about what you're doing, and that's showing up. And I love it, and you're living it. And I think, yes, you dress however you want to, because I'm with you, and I'm in my 50s as well. I'm not 56, but I'm 53, and so I get it. As women, there are a lot of women that do. They get to be this age and they're like, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm going to just go. And I'm like,
just began.
Yeah. I'm like, where does it ever say at age 50 that you have to turn into this? Like, I live my life probably kind of like you do, in the sense that I want to do things because I can. And I want to show other women that just because you're this age doesn't mean you can. I was running marathons up until, a few years ago, and I still work out every day. I don't run
I'm a
marathons,
dancer.
but
I'm
yeah,
I'm a
I
sport.
love to dance too.
I
I
love.
love to dance,
I
by the
mean,
way.
you know what? That's why I love Jennifer Lopez so much. I mean, that doesn't matter about music. You like, or like. I mean, she's my age. She work.
Yeah,
She works like a maniac on her body. She has and she dance and she's so flexible and she's so good looking. I mean, I don't. I mean, we can go through. I mean, taste. You can like it, don't like it. You can have a
right,
sympathy.
right.
But in the bottom line is that I love J. Fonda. I love Cher. I love the women that they don't give up. But they
I
don't give up
gotcha. Yes, they keep
because they are
evolving.
cats
Yeah,
on the glass. No, are people
right.
they really they mean what they're doing, and I feel the same. And I never felt me so sexy and so powerful and so alive like I am in this time of my life. But because I work in it, not
Yeah,
because because I mean the God gave me the I mean. Thanks God as well, but you know what I mean. But I
sure.
really working on it every single day. It's my choice.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, Numa, you're amazing, and I love what you're doing. And when we get off of here, I'm going to go follow you, and I'm going to go check out more of your work and see what you got going on. I know
Thank
somebody
you.
listening to this today is going to be like, I love her energy. I love it all. Tell us, you told us some of the videos to look at, but tell us, where do you want me to send them? Give me the website. Tell me where to put them so that I can direct them in
Exactly.
the right
So,
place.
guys, I mean, thank you for that because as independent, it's just me and you. You know what I mean? There's not any major that pay publicity or can
Right.
or pay my bills or do nothing. Just me and you with the audience, like a brotherhood. So
Mhm.
if you want to go there, you can find me. You can find me like a Numa official, for example.com, which is my website.
Right.
My Instagram, of course, because social networks. I mean, on social networks, this the all horrible stuff, algorithmic, pay, five, click.
Yes.
I mean, we all. I mean, so. I mean, infected by this.
I
Click
know.
me, send me a
Yeah.
message, and do that. But you know what? I tell you what. I tell you from the bottom of my heart. Click, yes, because otherwise I don't see you. Answer
Right.
me, otherwise I cannot connect you. I mean, just don't stop to just listen to my things and make a comment because you are there. It's not for my algorithm. It's because I want to see you, because I want to get in contact with you, because I want to see that you're there for me and I'm there for you. So yes, show up. So click on Instagram, click on my channel YouTube Numa, but put also one title so you can find that I pick that I want. Once again, put Never Give Up. Put To My Web Blog. Or another one in English can
Yeah.
be Stronger. Another video clip
Okay.
which I'm so proud of it because Stronger. The title say everything.
Okay.
And then share, because you know what. If people is lazy, which means says I got it, I like it, but too busy to do that. You
Right.
know, it's kind of help your sister. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure that you would like someone share you, even if
Right.
you're not on YouTube, but share you will mean that embrace what you say. You want to be visible, no? You want to
Right.
exist for
Right.
someone else. So if you don't share the video, you don't share the song. In my case, you would say to the artist or the person, "I like you, but I don't care. I'm too busy for you." And that's
Right.
not what we do on this planet. This
Right.
planet actually we help each other, no? In which way? Sharing. So please, yes, share. Share me if you like me, of course, if you feel like to do that. Share and answer, be there for me. Instagram, Numa Palmer. YouTube, Numa Palmer. Spotify, Numa Palmer. And listen to the song, comment, be there for me as I'm there here for you.
Awesome. We'll make sure, Numa, too, when we get the show notes put together for this, we'll get some links in there so they can click and find you pretty easy. But yes, I agree with you. And I love what you're doing. I want to encourage you to just keep doing your thing and keep showing up and you living and doing you. That's what I would say to any powerful woman. You do you and you keep doing you, because the world needs more you do you women. We need more of us out there that are okay in our skin doing our thing, whatever that is.
I'm happy.
So
Yeah, I'm blessed. And, I do a lot of TV show here in Italy. And, and when you know that you're touching like 60 million people,
yeah,
you feel the responsibility of what you're doing, what you represent. So every single day of my life, I take with a lot of responsibility what I do. For me, it's very
yeah,
important.
you're
And
awesome. You're awesome.
now this is my new journey in America, which honestly, I feel like my second home. I don't know, strange enough, sometimes I feel like my first home. I have a strange connection with America, very deep.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. You
I'm
should be here.
happy to be there.
There's some great people here. Lots. You just gotta find the right people. There's a lot of great people out there. So I
Sure.
appreciate you and thank you for sharing, all of this amazing stuff with us. Like I said, I know you're passionate about what you do, and I'm glad that you were able to come on here and spread some of your cheer and joy and passion and all of that with this
Thank you.
audience. So it's great.
Thank you for having me. Until the next one.
Yeah.
Until
And
I
of
will
course,
come in Texas.
yes. And we will have to connect when you come here. Absolutely, for sure. And of course, we want to say to our audience, we appreciate you, love you. Please follow NUMA. We'll make sure we get the links in there. So as you're seeing this, make sure you follow her and of course share it if you like you like her stuff for work. Get it out there. And here, what we say, same thing: like, subscribe, share, comment, so we can keep sharing all this fabulous content with you in these stories. And as I always say, in order to live the extraordinary, you must start, and every start begins with a decision. You guys take care, be safe, be kind to one another, and we will see you next time.